The founder and president of United Hatzalah, Eli Beer, is finally back on Israeli soil, reunited with his family members who haven't seen him in months due to first a U.S. fundraising trip and then a subsequent diagnosis with coronavirus. A weeks-long fight that nearly cost him his life in a Miami hospital. He is now back home in Israel and kind enough to join us now on Skype. Sir, thank you so much for being with me. It was a very emotional moment, I'm sure, for you when you stepped off the plane, and for the first time in months, we're able to see and embrace family members. Describe that feeling for me.
Well, it's a feeling of really freedom. I actually never thought when I was put down to sleep the second time, it was 18 days after the first time, I thought, I'm not going to come back. It was a huge battle. I was unconscious for 33 days. And when I woke up the second time, after the doctors were able to save my life in Miami Hospital, in University of Miami, they said I could go back to Israel. I was like, okay, I just got my life back. It's like the best feeling in the world. And when I got off the plane, I saw my children waiting for me down there, my wife, Kitty. I was like, this is it, you know, like I got my life back, and it was the best feeling in the world.
Talk to me about the, I'd imagine, you were unconscious, you were heavily sedated in the hospital. Did you have moments of clarity where you were able to think about Israel, think about your family? Do you have any memory from that weeks-long battle in the hospital?
Well, the first time they put me down to sleep, they told me they needed to put me down to sleep, intubate me, because my lungs were in a very bad condition. Thank God I fell into a really good hospital. So I trusted these guys, and they put me to sleep. When I woke up, they told me I'm much better. So I was good. I spoke to my wife. I recognized her. I was confused. I was like, I had bad dreams. I was confused, but I more or less knew what's going on. And then hours later, they say my situation became much worse, and they need to go ahead and put me back to sleep. That's the moment I thought I'll never wake up again. So when they woke me up a few days later, like 12 days later, I don't exactly know the number, they woke me up and they said, good morning. When I woke up, good morning, I was like shocked. I'm back alive again. I didn't have clarity about anything because I was out, but I was very confused, but they explained me what happened, and they told me that they worked on finding a medication for my problem, which was a serious problem. I ended up with one of the worst, probably the worst, pneumonia. So the pneumonia really caught my lungs in a really bad battle.
If I could ask,
they had to find something.
If I could ask, what was it that you whispered to your wife, to your children, when you were finally back able to hug them for the first time in many months?
Well, that's a great question, because when I got off the plane, I was very lucky that I was alive. You know, I had good friends. I had Joel Sandberg, Dr. Joel Sandberg, who was after me the whole time. I had Dr. Miriam Adelson, who was after me the whole time, making sure I'm fine. So when she flew me into Israel, the first thing I tell my kids, I'm never going to do this again to you, because my kids were freaked out. My wife was freaked out. You know, I disappeared. That was it. They couldn't talk to me. They couldn't send anyone. They couldn't come to the hospital. You weren't allowed. So they didn't know what's going to happen. I mean, they were talking to the doctors and everything, but they got scared because the last few days were the scariest days. So I told my kids, I'm not going to do this to them. I'm going to spend more time with them. I fly a lot. United Hatzalah, which I'm very proud of, is all over the world. We have 6,000 volunteers in Israel saving lives. We're in the worst conditions. I myself saved thousands of people. I've never been in a situation where I need to be saved. So I told my kids, I'm never going to put your future in danger. I'll put more time into them. I'll give them more attention. Of course, I'm not going to leave Hatzalah. Hatzalah is going to be my life mission forever. But I want to make sure that my kids have a father. And I'm not going to endanger myself the way I did. I traveled the last 4 months straight, like every day in another country.
United Hatzalah, as you mentioned, thousands of frontline workers and volunteers right now helping save lives like you yourself have. Sir, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us. We are so happy you're back in Israel with your health and that you're able to see your family. We wish you a further recovery. Thank you so much.